The View's Whoopi Goldberg has noted that the morning show is still struggling amid the recent Writers Guild of America strike. Whoopi announced on Monday's episode of The View that she and her co-hosts were still winging it since the talk show still doesn't have writers. The 67-year-old explained to the audience that the moderators would be shifting through an array of topics for the duration of the show in her introductory speech. Also, Whoopi revealed that the lack of writers was going to affect the anchor's hosting abilities greatly. "It is week 4, and the writers' strike is still on," the award-winning actress began. "But we're standing with our writers. They'll get what they want," she continued as she encouraged the crowd to clap in support. Whoopi added, "And we will continue to muddle through because we're having to read from the cards." She held the written-on blue card up in front of her, jokingly squinting at the words on it. Whoopi's co-stars Sarah Haynes, 45, Alyssa Farah Griffin, 33, Anna Navarro, 51, and Sunny Hostin each had written on cards beside them as well. With their writers MIA, The View notables had to make do without a teleprompter. The talk show hasn't had writers since early May. No change in sight. On May 5, Whoopi disengaged from the roundtable discussion when they began covering the Bravo reality show Vanderpump Rules. When the hosts came back from a commercial break, the EGOT holder humorously introduced the next conversation topic. "Another reminder we don't have any writers," Whoopi began, referencing the current OEGA strike, "which is why we're kind of forced to talk about Vanderpump Rules." She then pretended as if she was passing something to her co-star Alyssa, adding, "I'm gonna just throw this over to Alyssa because I don't care." Alyssa happily agreed to lead the segment, emphasizing to Whoopi that she got it from there. Amid her unpacking one of the biggest scandals in the show's history, Tom Sandoval, 39, cheating on his now ex Ariana Madix, 37, with Raquel Leviss, 28, Whoopi began to eat. Skeleton Crew. More than 10 years after their most recent strike, the OEGA has begun another protest that could change the entertainment industry forever. The OEGA not only plays a major role in the way entertainment is run, but also in television productions. As of late, many TV shows have been affected by the OEGA strike, including The View. At the beginning of the show on May 2, Whoopi tried to quiet down the crowd's cheering. "So, you know how we're always talking about how we're very different than most other shows," she said, looking at her co-hosts. "As you know, there is a writer's strike going on, and so we don't have writers, ok." The other co-hosts nodded their head as Whoopi continued talking. She continued, "So, you're going to hear how it would be when it's now, slicked up." The crowd laughed before Joy Behar, 80, chimed in. "We don't have writers today. We usually do have writers. It's not like we never have writers," she said. "That's 'cause you're not listening," Whoopi joked. "That's why we need writers," Alyssa clapped back. Striking begins. The OEGA went on strike on May 1. Though we negotiated intent on making a fair deal, and though your strike vote gave us the leverage to make some gains, the studio's responses to our proposals have been wholly insufficient, given the existential crisis writers are facing, the OEGA said in a message to members. "We must now exert the maximum leverage possible to get a fair contract by withholding our labor. This strike does not affect sitcoms or any shows that have already been recorded and written. However, it does impact live shows and ones that have not yet been filmed. This includes Saturday Night Live. As the title implies, the show is shot live and has many writers behind the scenes throughout the week working to make it the show that it is." The strike has already shut down production on numerous late-night talk shows, including The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel Live, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Late Night with Seth Meyers, and The Daily Show. Weekly shows such as SNL, Real Time with Bill Maher, and Last Week Tonight with John Oliver will also be impacted, according to Deadline.